got an alert that popped up in my phone. And it said, do not criticize, condemn, or complain. Now you might be wondering, is Monica some sort of rabid complainer or a criticize-aholic and she has to tell herself this? Well, not really, but I have found that ever since I was exposed to Mr. Carnegie's principles from how to win friends and influence people, that if I put one in my calendar for each day of the month, coincidence, there's 30 days, that I would get this handy dandy little reminder. Well, so today's the first of the month, so I get the first reminder, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. And it seemed really important to talk about this one today because not only is it the first, but it's also a good place to start. And a place to start specifically with this principle is with ourselves. We've all seen the damage that can happen to our relationships, to our reputation, when we criticize others, when we're in the habit of condemning, and when we're that person on the team that complains. But not a lot of us take the time to really sit and look at what happens inside when we do that to ourselves. And today I found some research that really proved why it is such a problem when we do engage in self-criticism and, really complain to ourselves about ourselves. And what the research showed, it was done by Dr. Kristen Neff out of the University of Texas at Austin. And the research that she did actually showed that when people are criticizing themselves, it actually causes a spike in certain hormones. And it's the stress hormone, specifically cortisol. And when people have persistently high levels of cortisol across time, they experience stress. And this all made sense to me when I thought about it because, if you're engaging in self-criticism, essentially you have all the bad of as if a coworker or a parent or a partner was criticizing you. It feels terrible. But we have like the double effect of the fact that we're defending ourselves from ourselves. It's like we're the attacker and the attacked. And it's this double stress, which is why our cortisol goes so high. And so that's why I bring it to our attention today so that we can ask ourselves, in what way are we criticizing ourselves? Are we saying things that we would never say to a close friend or possibly even an enemy? Are we saying things like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you ... Or, I can't believe you just did that. Why on earth would you ... That's full of contempt. In another message, we'll talk about what can we do instead. But for right now, my encouragement is just to take a minute, sit back, and ask yourself, in what ways are you breaking Mr. Carnegie's 3 C's and possibly making your stress go through the roof?